What kind of power does it take for a company to shape the destiny of nations and leave an indelible mark on the world? During colonial times, the Dutch East India Company was a powerful force that made a road to power that changed the world for good. Get ready to go on an amazing trip through time, where the fight of countries, the search for wealth, and the desire for power all come together in an epic story. Find out the fascinating story of the Dutch East India Company, which ruled the seas, changed the course of history, and changed the world as we know it forever. From dangerous journeys through unknown waters to fierce fights for power, this story will spark your imagination and leave you gasping for air. Get ready to be drawn into a fascinating story of trade, war, and the never-say-die spirit of adventure as we show you how the Dutch East India Company grew and became so powerful. Join us as we figure out the secrets of an empire that changed the rules of trade, changed countries, and left its mark on history. The story of the Dutch East India Company is a fascinating mix of stories about ambition, travel, and the never-ending quest for power. Are you ready to go back in time and learn about the amazing story of a company that changed the world? Prepare to be amazed and inspired by the Dutch East India Company, a force that changed the course of world trade and left a permanent mark on the map of human history with its grandeur and daring. At its heart, the Dutch East India Company was driven by the desire to get rich and have power over things that were important. It set up a huge network of trade lines that crossed countries and brought spices, textiles, tea, porcelain, and other valuable goods from China, Japan, India, and the East Indies, now Indonesia. Through smart buys and trade deals, the company almost got a hold of these highly sought-after goods, gaining a lot of money and power in the process. The Dutch East India Company had a strategy of aggressive foreign growth to protect its own interests and keep its monopoly. It set up fortified trade posts and villages all over Southeast Asia. Its main base of operations was in Batavia, which is now called Jakarta. Not only did these colonies give the company power over important trade lines, but they were also very profitable hubs for production, processing, and shipping. The Dutch East India Company had a strong army that it used to protect its property, put down local opposition, and expand its control over more land. Its military force, which was made up of cutting-edge warships, kept its ships safe and stopped rival European powers like the Portuguese and the British from trying to take over. As the Dutch East India Company's power grew, it set up a complicated system of leadership to run its many activities. It made a structured system with a central decision-making group called the Heeren or Lord 17 that oversaw different offices in different regions called chambers. These rooms were in charge of trade, keeping law and order, and keeping an eye on the company's finances. The company also put a lot of money into building warehouses, docks, rivers, and roads to make trade easier and activities run more quickly. The history of the Dutch East India Company is a complicated web of victories and problems. On the one hand, it changed the way the world traded, laid the groundwork for modern business, and was a key part of the Netherlands' rise to economic and political power. On the other hand, its desire for wealth and power led to exploitation, human pain, and the loss of local cultures and economies. This is really saddening, isn't it? In the end, the rise and fall of the Dutch East India Company show how power works in colonialism and how trade, building empires, and cultural exchange are all tied together. It reminds us of the complexities and long-lasting effects of global travel and trade. It also forces us to take a hard look at the effects of colonial ventures and how they have changed our world. As we think about the Dutch East India Company's background, we should try to learn from the past. Let's help people learn more about how different cultures are linked, promote fair and equal trade, and try to make the world a better place for everyone. The company had an effect on more than just trade and immigration. The Dutch East India Company had a big impact on the social, cultural, and economic settings of the places it ruled by interacting with the people there. It set up formal relationships with local masters and was often in alliances and wars with local powers. Because of these encounters, ideas, customs, and technology were shared, which left a lasting mark on both the Dutch and the local cultures. What are your views on it? Let us know in the comments section, and for more videos, stay tuned!